Hey guys, welcome back to Velocity Showroom. My name's Tom and we're here today to walk around this absolutely awesome Skyview Blue Ranger Bronco. Spring has officially sprung here in Florida. I think we're almost knocking on the door of summer really. It gets so hot here so quickly, and as such the showroom is full of Broncos ready for the summer rush. Every year around this time people start going crazy for Broncos, and so this is one of the few that we're filming today. This truck is Skyview Blue and it features our Ranger package. There's tons of stuff to talk about, but like always, we'll start talking about this paint color. Skyview Blue is a really, really nice blue. It's almost like our Brittany Blue, but not metallic. So it's a flat gloss paint, really nice, definitely part of that pastel family, along with Meadowlark Yellow and the pink and all of those sort of different colors that we do with this pastel tone. This is the blue version and it looks absolutely fantastic. Very popular. We've built a number of these Broncos now in this Skyview Blue, and not just Broncos. We've done another couple of vehicles. We did an F-250 in it. We did an F-100, I believe, in it. And so it just works. It looks really, really, really nice. Let's come around the front of the truck so we can talk quickly through the grille. You'll notice that this version of this Ranger package, again, we'll come on to that in a second, does not feature the Wimbledon white grille insert. If you've seen other videos, sometimes we do that, but on this one we opted not to. What does come with the Ranger package, though, is that Wimbledon white front bumper and the hood decal. That's on this vehicle as standard. For LED lights, of course, got the Holley Retro Brights. They're an old school looking but new modern LED, so they look like the old halogen lamp, but they're actually new technology behind there. Chrome accents for the headlight surrounds, and of course the Ford badging on the front. For this we opted for red. It looks fantastic. It matches the red or orange in the Ranger stripe. That's the front of the truck. Obviously very iconic front end on a Bronco. Come down the side of the vehicle, then you're going to see more of that Ranger package. So it's the white stripes, which are not painted. They are a decal. Why? Because if they get chipped, and this is the area that typically is going to get the most road traffic, the stuff kind of jumping up from the front wheels there, it gives the paint protection rather than needing to hand repaint if you get a chip. You don't have to do that when we do a vinyl stripe. So most people actually can't tell until you get really, really, really close to it. It does just look like it's been hand painted. But anyway, that's part of that Ranger package, is that stripe on the side. Really, really nice. You also get, as part of the Ranger package, the steely wheels. Incredibly popular option on these Broncos. We've done some builds with them, with the stripe, some without the stripe, but with the steelies. But when you go to the Ranger package, you get all of this stuff included in one package, which is really cool. Again, really popular option. They look fantastic. They're really, really nice, finished in that Wimbledon white. Another part of the Ranger package that you get is going to be the roll cage. This has also been, you're going to pick up the clue here, Wimbledon white, right? Wimbledon white roll cage. This is a 4-point cage. We do also offer a 6-point cage that comes all the way down to the back of the vehicle, but on this one, very classic looking truck, we went with the 4-point cage, finished again in that Wimbledon white. Come around the rear of the vehicle, more Wimbledon white, matching rear bumper, again, that matches that front bumper, and you also do get the Ford in the tailgate, matched in that decal with the Ranger package striping. I really like that kind of red lines that's just been given. They get a little pop at the back of the truck there. Really, really nice Velocity build badge too. Drop the tailgate so you can get first quick look at the interior. And you're going to see in this truck, all Velocity vehicles do have Raptor lining inside, outside, everywhere that is not painted. This one we tinted to match the Skyview. It would look a bit funny if we'd kept it black, so it looks fantastic. Really hard wearing material, like a truck bed liner here, so you don't have to worry about pulling things in and scuffing the back of this as you put your luggage in there, or your stuff for the beach, or your golf bags and all that good stuff. Also, you've got mats at the back here too. We're going to talk about those in a bit more detail in a minute, but really nice bamboo weave. They match the inserts on the seats, really, really cool. The back seat on all Broncos is a question we got recently. Does it fold down? Yes, it does. You can basically pull forward this latch here. I'm not going to do it all the way because I'm going to have to jump in the back of the truck, but basically this folds forward, pull the seat belts out, and then there's a latch. You'll see the latch at the bottom there. Pull that open and the whole thing will tip and lock forward, which is really nice. Gives you a bit of extra space in the load area if it's just you and the wife, or you and your husband, and you want to go without the kids somewhere. You've got more space there too, which is cool. All right, let's have a look at this interior because it is really nice. These Ranger packages do just look that step above the Signature Series. They really do look special. Start with the door panel then, and you're gonna first ask Tom, is that leather or is it vinyl? Because it really does look like leather. This is vinyl, it's a marine grade vinyl, really, really premium product. We use it on a lot of the Broncos. Why? Because most of the Broncos tend to be open top. They tend to be used at the beach. In fact, we just did a big photo shoot with 3 or 4 vehicles, and this one included, at the beach. And so the vinyl is really good in the sun, especially when the material is getting damp and then drying down, getting warm and then getting cold again. Vinyl just really lasts. It's a marine grade vinyl, so it's designed for use in boats and things like that. But anyway, marine grade vinyl even has like a slight texture to it, a slight weathered look to it, so it really does look like leather. But vinyl for the core material that we've used in the interior. I mentioned a second ago the bamboo weaved inserts. So it's the same material as the floor mats. They've gone in the door panels and the seat inserts. Really, really nice, super breathable, the bamboo weave, but also very, very durable. Especially as you're stepping in and out of the vehicle. Obviously, that's a high wear area for the floor mats, and also where you park your bottom end when you sit down on the seats, right? So that's something that's protective as much as it is cool looking. It does really, really last. Really, really popular option. Right, let me step up into the vehicle, which of course is made much easier by the fact that we've got the powered side step. I'll show you how those work really quickly. They operate on a little pin button here inside the door. And so basically when you shut the door, open the door, that's going to actuate. Also operates, that little pin operates the lights and stuff that we've got inside the cabin. Anyway, let's talk quickly about seating position in these seats. Very comfortable. These seats are the same seats we use in all of our Broncos. They do have some lower side bolster support as well as for your back, and headrests in these. They're not just the low back seats. They do come with a full back seat and a headrest. This is adjustable too. The headrest can come up and down, which is nice. Steering wheel. We have the wooden style steering wheel in all of our Broncos. Incredibly popular option. Feels absolutely great to hold, use, drive, but obviously looks very vintage as well. Tilt adjustable steering column. That's a really nice feature. If you're somebody that likes to sit more upright, or you're tall, or you're a larger person, can really give you some nice adjustability there. Adjustability continues also with this seat, so it does slide forward and back, as well as the backrest, of course, will lean forward and backwards as well. If you are somebody that is taller and you're interested in this vehicle, if I would say somebody that's 6'3", 6'4" and above, we can actually do an extension to the seat rails, including this vehicle, even though it's already complete, that will give you even more travel. So if you're somebody that's maybe in sports, or if you're just a tall person in general, right, and you're worried about the legroom of the vehicle, don't worry, because we can actually do extended rails. Keep going. I'm going to talk about that dashboard there, the instrument cluster. So this is an instrument cluster from a company called Dakota Digital. They make all of our instrument clusters. What's really cool about this is it looks original. It looks exactly as it kind of should have been in the classic Bronco, and it still has the actual physical dials, but they're now all electronic, right? They're not the old technology. So what that does is just gives you very reliable, very consistent readings. What the guys at Dakota also do is they integrate a small screen. It's like a 2.5 inch diagonally wide little screen there. And what that does is it displays extra information. When I drive, I have it always on my miles per hour, so I can just see one big number. That's the speed, but you can do all sorts of stuff by pressing a button down here. You can filter between remaining fuel and temperatures and all of that good stuff. If there wasn't ever an error code or something that the truck needed you to know, it could also appear there as well. So just a little kind of touch of the modern there gives you more of that sense of driving a modern vehicle with a little bit more information that you would have had on a classic car. We talked about the seats already in quite some detail, but just take a closer look now at the actual insert, this bamboo weave. What you'll see here, because it's a blue exterior for the Ranger on this one, we did the blue inserts as well. So this material comes in 3 or 4 different colorways when we do these inserts, but we try and match the exterior of the vehicle as much as possible. And so you'll see the little fibers of blue that match the exterior. That's really, really nice. Talked about the seats, let's talk about the cubby box. This is a Tuffy lock box. It is secured to the bottom of the vehicle, and it is fully locking, so you can store valuables in there. We've got all sorts of stuff in there. We've got build manuals, trickle chargers. This vehicle's ready to go. It's in stock, so it has even spare fuses, things like that in there at the moment. But when you've got it at home, you take all this stuff out. This thing is really, really big. You've got extra storage for keys and your phone slots and all of that good stuff. And so if you were to take the vehicle to the beach, obviously there's no roof anywhere really. There's no roof on the truck. There's no kind of real security, let's be honest, in an open top vehicle. And so this gives you that security. You can lock your valuables in there. It's finished in this lovely armrest, which is fully padded. It's cushioned, very, very nice. And I often find myself just driving like this with my elbow on the armrest. top of the cubby box, very good. Cubby box also includes a USB-C and a USB 3.0 charging port. There is a phone slot here that we like to rest our phones in, and 2 drinks holders. Listen, it's not reinventing the wheel. It's simple, it works, they're a good product, they're effective, they give you the security you need for your valuables. Moving on, I just want to talk about the floor mats again. Because it's a Ranger package, what you won't see on the Signature Series that you do see on the Ranger package is this full transmission tunnel cover. So it comes all the way across all of the front floor area, not just in the footwells. Looks really nice, is premium, provides a little bit of sound deadening as well. There is actually additional soundproofing below that, but just a nice all-in finish, kind of gives everything coverage, which is cool. You do have four-wheel drive on all Velocity vehicles. Well, all of them that should have four-wheel drive, not the Mustangs. But that is controlled by these 2 levers here. So you've got your high range, your low range, your front and rear, all that good stuff still operates. So if you do take it rock crawling, or you do take it on the beach or whatever, you want to use the low ranges, you can by controlling these 2 levers. They're finished as well in these black ends, which are really, really nice. Moving up again, and another feature that comes as part of that Ranger package is going to be this retro sound radio. It looks really cool. Looks like an old school kind of tape player, cassette player, but actually it's not, and you can't just put a cassette in there. But what it does do is you can hook your phone up to it. You can use it like a modern stereo system. Has full Bluetooth. There is a little microphone right here, and so I can place calls, I can accept calls all the way through this system while I'm driving the truck, which is really, really nice. I love this retro sound radio in particular because its Bluetooth capability is so easy to hook up to. You can hook up to it super, super quickly. As long as the phone's in the vehicle or the device that you're streaming from, you literally just press retro sound. There's none of that nonsense where you have to go through 10 different menus to get it approved. If somebody jumps in the truck with you and they want to be the DJ while you're driving, they can connect to it really easily. The sound system in our vehicles is fantastic. This Bronco is no exception. It has a full Focal speaker system. Focal are a super premium audio brand, really, really nice. Again, we use them in all of our products. The Bronco has a number of speakers. It has speakers in the door panels like we talked about before. It has a big sub, an amp underneath this seat here, and then it also has speakers in the back in the rear side panels as well. So lots and lots of audio capability. You will be very surprised. If you ever see one of these vehicles in person, make sure you ask whoever's there with it to let you hook your phone up to it so you can play the music and play Bluetooth through this, because it is insane how good the speaker system is. Above that, you have a full AC system. It's a brand new AC system by the guys at Vintage Air. Basically means it's a new style, modern AC system, powered and old school looking, kind of like the whole vehicle, really. We'll come on to driveline in a minute, but the AC system, it blows really nice and cold. It's controlled by 3 very simple knobs: direction, fan speed, temperature. Very, very easy to use, but it does really make a difference. Even though this is an open top vehicle, in the sun, when it does really get hot, these vents and the fans are actually very powerful, so they really do hit your body with cool air, and it is ice cold because it's a new system. Definitely something that you're going to want. 2 controls here too, one for your lights, one for your wash wipe there as well. Really nice, but very simple, not overdone. The dashboard of one of our Broncos, it's designed to look very classic so it doesn't ruin the aesthetic of what was the first generation Bronco. Let's go talk about the driveline. All right, for those who have watched our videos before, it will come as no surprise. This is the 3rd generation Coyote. It's a 5-litre V8 producing around 460 horsepower. And basically what that means is this engine is a brand new modern engine. It's the same engine that you would get in a new Mustang or a new F-150. Basically any of Ford's V8 products are typically going to be using the Coyote or some variation thereof it. What's great about that is, yes, it has lots of power. It will do 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds or just shy of that. But it is super reliable and super easy to maintain. And that's the main thing about Velocity vehicles. We want them to feel like a modern vehicle. We want them to also operate and be serviced and maintained like a modern vehicle. And the Coyote really helps with that. This engine can be serviced by any Ford dealer at all, anywhere in the country. All Ford dealers, actually really any modern mechanic is going to be able to work on this engine. They probably have worked on it before through the models I just mentioned. So very, very easy to maintain and serviceable and all of that good stuff. It is always going to get you home. It will always get you from A to B without any problems. You got a Willwood hydro boosted disc brake system on this vehicle. So 4 disc brakes all the way around the vehicle, gives it tons of stopping power as well. It's important for us that you can stop quickly as well as go quickly. And so that's why we install that system. Behind this engine, we have a 10-speed automatic transmission, the 10R80, which basically kind of the same thing as the engine. It's a brand new 10-speed transmission that you would see in modern Ford products. It's super smooth. It's really nice and quiet. It really is easy and nice to drive. The thing I love about it is actually not just the fact that it gets through the gears quickly and you can go fast, because I do like that, but also when you're at lower speeds, when you're around town, the transmission's just nice to kind of poodle along with to drive. It doesn't jump you through the gears. Again, it just feels like a modern SUV basically. And so that makes it much more approachable and much more drivable for people that typically wouldn't feel as confident driving a vehicle with this much power. Just really eases it out. It's really, really nice. A couple of other things, you do have Velocity custom headers on the Coyote. All of our Coyote builds have those, as well as a Velocity serpentine system. That serpentine system helps this engine bay be structured so that it looks as OE as possible, so as OEM as possible. We want the engine bay to look like the engine was designed to be here. Question we got the other day online was, why don't we do the big Ford Coyote covers, the engine covers? The truth is, being honest, most people when they do the engine covers, they're probably putting the engine covers on there because they've got something to hide, because they're trying to hide some of the wiring. We got nothing to hide. Obviously this engine bay looks super clean. Also, we don't really like how modern that engine cover makes the engine look. It kind of really does look a bit funny. It then looks like the engine's out of place. For us, this setup just makes it look super clean, super OE, really nice, just standard, without having to hide anything, because again, we got nothing to hide. So hopefully that answers that question. Let's take a quick look at the chassis that we've got underneath this vehicle then. It's going to be the original chassis that's been restored. So this vehicle is registrable in California. There are a couple of states that require us to use the original restored chassis rather than a new chassis. This vehicle will go to those states, no problem. So when we say original, it doesn't mean like we just, you know, shot blasted the chassis and then stuck it under and said job's good. No. It went through a whole restoration process. It was structurally checked. Anything that had to be replaced did get replaced. It was completely re-prepared to go underneath this vehicle. But it does give you the option then, if you are in one of those states, California, Nevada, a couple of others, to register this vehicle, no problem. So that's nice. The suspension system on this setup is going to be a Bilstein suspension system. It's leaf spring in the back, coil over in the front. Everybody says, hey, you have to do a four-link chassis, do independent front suspension. We offer both of those things. Honestly, for 99 out of 100 people, when they drive one of our Broncos, when you set the steering up correctly, when you get your geometry right, when you know what you're doing with these vehicles, you don't need that sort of a suspension setup. They're much more expensive too. So these vehicles drive incredibly well. You can watch other videos of me driving our vehicles, including our Broncos, at speed on the highway, regularly breaking the speed limit, because they drive so well. They do really drive so well with that suspension setup. So that about covers it for this awesome Skyview Blue Ranger Velocity Restomod Bronco. Really, really nice example of what we do best. Again, like I said at the start of the video, we have built a number of these Skyview Rangers. They are really popular, and for good reason. This truck looks absolutely fantastic. If blue is your color and you want something a bit more with a beach vibe, with a pastel vibe for summer, this vehicle could be the right one for you. It is in our showroom and it is available for immediate sale. So what does that look like? It looks like giving us a call. If you've got any more questions, you can ask us, and then we can get this thing home to you really quickly. This vehicle could be on your driveway in as little as 5 to 7 days. That really depends on you and how quickly you can fill paperwork out, but it is ready to go. This vehicle also comes with our 2-year bumper-to-bumper warranty. What does that mean, Tom? Well, it means that you can drive with complete peace of mind because you're fully covered by us. That's everything, by the way. It's not just the engine, it's everything. That's what we mean by bumper to bumper. So all of that is covered in our warranty. Not that you would have anything go wrong, but if there was something, you are fully covered. Vehicle also qualifies for our financing through our partners at Woodside Credit. You can work with the guys at Woodside to get more affordable purchase options. As always, if you've got any other questions about this vehicle or anything else in our showroom, please do reach out to us. If you're watching on YouTube, you can leave a comment below. If you're on Instagram, send us a DM or leave us a comment on the post. If you're on Facebook, do the same thing. And where most people watch these videos is on our website on the for sale page. So you can fill in a contact form below if you're on that page, or there should be an inquire button. I'm trying to think now in my head, somewhere over this side of the page that you can press. Or the easiest thing to do, honestly, there'll be a big cell phone number on there, phone number. Just give us a call, give us a ring, talk to us, talk to one of the team. We'd love to talk to you about what makes this truck special. And then if there's anything else that you want to talk about, we're happy to answer those questions too. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.